This month in drinking history.
Hello and welcome to This Month in Drinking History. We are recording at this time from our secret Corona bunker that we're all using alcohol to make sure that it doesn't catch us. So we're going to go straight on with our first round of Who Drinking Cheers. So Iain, can you tell us who drinking cheers?
I'm Iain Hume, the oldest newcomer in comedy. I'm drinking, at the moment I'm drinking Stella, a can of Stella, because, well, first of all, it was free. I brought some nice, stronger beers that I'm going to be trying out later on, just to add a wee bit of gusto. And that's my cheers, gusto.
Gusto?
Yes.
Mm.
It's from the German goose to go.
Well, that's not true, but that's fine.
Good.
Jay, can you tell us who drinking cheers?
So I'm Jay Lynch. I'm the ethnically diverse one of this podcast tonight. I'm from Ireland originally. Been here 3.5 years in Glasgow. Right now I'm hoping to drink 2 bottles of the finest Italian Chianti, because I don't know for how much longer there'll be Italians. So I want to make sure I cherish all the Italian wine I can in that time. My cheers tonight is going to be Iceland, because I've spent the last week getting ready for Eurovision, and I'm saying Iceland because they're my pick for the win.
Oh no, Russia's got it.
Have you seen the Iceland song?
Have you seen the fact it's Skiddy Bit?
It's chilling.
It's okay, but I'm going to go with Russia on that one.
This podcast will be posterity
Let's
for
not get
me
in a
being
fight.
fucking right.
I like the fact you're on here this time, because we're actually got a Scotsman, Englishman and Irishman in the room, so we're a proper joke. You know what I mean? So that's cool.
That's great.
So, we'll move on. A very special guest here. It needs no introduction, but can you give us your Who Drinking Cheers, please?
I am the Reverend Obadiah Steppenwolf III. My profession is spiritual hustler, money hungry fool, just general fucking good dude. And my drink tonight, I'm doubling up, as is the way. I have Stella Artois, which they call wife beater. She's not strictly true, because you can also kick the shit out your girlfriend too. And I'm drinking lean tonight. My drink of choice. Lean tends to be codeine, liquid codeine, with lilt. And I have evolved that, refined that to a 3-liter bottle of codeine tablets, which I will be drinking throughout the night.
And your cheers, your chosen cheers for this month.
To me, man. I can't think of anyone that deserves it more. Cheers.
Cheers!
Hallelujah.
Thank you very much, Reverend. Donations for your church will be coming in thick and hard this month, I'm sure.
Thick and hard.
Thick and hard. Yes, I said that. No, so let's move on in the first round. So we'll move on. This is this month's reason for drinking. That's where the panelists has to tell us why they think that their reason for drinking this month is better than everyone else's. So Iain, can you give us this month's reason for drinking?
The reason for drinking alcohol is because of the coronavirus. I'm trying to cleanse myself from the inside out.
Well, it does say to kill it. It does.
Yeah, I'm starting with my hands by actually touching the drink and then just tipping it over my neck. And it cleanses from the neck down. And at the moment, it's reached my knees. Because I spilt some.
Okay, well, you know, every little helps. It's probably a lawsuit there, so we'll move on. I made a little meme about January time, and it was just a bit of daftness, 2 a.m, and I put this up, and it just says, alcohol kills the coronavirus, and then it said, Scotland, you've got no power here, and it has been stolen so many times.
Oh, really? You're one of those guys?
Yeah, no, I had 1,400 shares from one page, and I went, okay. And then Lad Bible had 25,000 shares, and then a fight broke out because someone has took the Scotland out of it and put Australia on it and put other places. Went, you're just stealing that. And I went, point of order. check my date. It's first. I'll cut all this. It's
The
fine.
darkness of the meme wars. grandson.
It's dank out there.
It was.
It's like the dark and stormy meme.
Mimi too.
I love the fact that Ian called it a meme. I know why, but just
Meme.
because he's an older guy.
Yeah,
It sounds
yeah.
like, it's a meme.
It's a meme. So, Jay, what is yours this month's reason for drinking?
It's similar to Ian's, and I mentioned it already, but it's the fact that I'm more of a catastrophizer. I'm thinking, oh,
That's
fuck.
a great word.
Oh, it's great. Listen, words are what I do. I know all the words. I know all the best words. I'm a catastrophe. Whereas Ian's taking precautionary measures, I'm like, well, we're fucked. So I just want to try and drink as much as I can until I'm dead, which was my plan before the coronavirus, and now I've got context, which is really nice.
Yeah, there's nothing better than with a cause, with a reason behind
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? You can really sell that crap.
The best part is when you start off with the cause and eventually you find your reason. That's the beauty of it. That's real hard work.
Cool, man. That's brilliant, Jay. Thank you. So, Reverend, can you grace us with this month's reason for drinking?
Lots of reasons to drink, brother. I would say number one is that this month, along with all other months, drinking gets you drunk. It's a perennial. So I keep at it for that reason. Also, I think, subjectively, I think this month I would be drinking as I am on the outs with God. Fuck indeed, brother. He's fallen from my favor. I believe that God himself, a man with a beard and toga, living in a house full of pillars, don't meet anybody, inaccessible, just sitting judging and making plans. That God is not a drinker. God is a cocaine user. Having recently reviewed the Bible with that perspective in mind, it is very clear to me, if you have read it, he said, I made the earth. Yeah. I made it all. I made everything. And he rests on a Sunday. So I believe that I'm drinking to rebel against God's cocaine abuse. That's where I have arrived. That's my conclusion.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Amen. That's top. I think that round is done. We can move on to the next one. Ian, what is your ad for alcohol?
Right. I think the last time I was on, I spoke about very strong beer.
Yes.
Right. And the strongest beer that came out was from Brewmeister, a brewer's up in north of Scotland.
Yeah,
right.
Snake Venom.
And it's Snake Venom it was called. So
Apocalypse was the other
no,
one.
Armageddon.
Armageddon, that's what
Right.
it was, yes.
So I've made up just a couple of strap lines for these two beers, right?
Joke.
Because do you know they're about £40 a bottle? 40 quid a bottle, but they do last you a couple of weeks. So it's quite cost effective, which, in these days with the...
If you want to lose a few pounds in a few days, that's definitely where you want to go. Yeah.
Well, with the coronavirus as well, you're cutting down your transport, you're in contact with people, so a bottle of 67.5% alcoholic beer is quite wise.
Yeah.
Maybe even a case.
Case.
For Snake Venom, which is at 67%, that's fucking insane. I would say Snake Venom, when fangs can only get better.
Oh, that was so bad. I think you gave me cancer. I'm going to cut that out.
That offset all of the lean. That sobered me up. Wow.
Rev is sober for the first time in his life.
Immediately hang myself with a mic cord.
and the one for Armageddon is Do Your Head In with Armageddon.
I like that one. I could see that in a t-shirt. The first one, not so much.
Fangs can only get better.
No, please stop saying.
With the song, should we
No,
sing the
I
song?
get it. D Ream in the background. I knew exactly where you're going with it. It's fine. That's why I got it so completely. Went, oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. Ouch. Thanks for that, Ian.
Thanks for not singing it.
Thanks. Jay, save us. let's move on to you.
Such pressure.
Alco ad for this month.
My alco ad is actually a nationwide alco ad. I was thinking about this the other day and how, like, will in case the Royals are over in Ireland just now, what's the fucking first thing Irish people do? They bring him to a bar and they give him a pint of Guinness for a photo op. Same with Obama. Same with fucking everyone.
Yeah, you've got a strong brand.
Yeah, but we don't own it though. We don't say like, yeah, come to Ireland. We're fucking mental. Like, in fairness, Ireland is in like personal terms. Ireland should be the country that's like your uncle that you weren't allowed alone with. You know? Come over here. Come over here. I've been drinking. Come on. We should own that, but we fucking don't. We have this like drink culture. It's like, oh, it's not good at all, and then we bring any dignitary over. We try and get him pissed at the first instance. So I think we should own that, and I think we should start incorporating it into how we sell things. And the best thing I find, it's not even my own ad, but I'm just gonna fucking plug it here. There's a hotel in Kerry, which isn't far from where I'm from, and their breakfast menu, they sell a bowl of porridge mixed with Baileys. And I think we need to push that. I need to have like breakfast food infused with alcohol.
But one of the major problems with this, like, well, one of the major point of this podcast was that all of history's pissed, right? It's like we advanced so much because we didn't understand boiling water or things like that. But we understood if you drank wine or beer, we didn't die. So everyone was drunk in the past, right? We've advanced more in the last like 100 years when we worked out immunology and stuff like that, because people weren't pissed all the time. And you're genuinely making an advert for us to take a huge step back.
A step back to times when it was more fun. Like if you look at Hogarth, Gin Lane, you know that painting?
Yeah,
fucking
man.
everyone's having a laugh. They're all dying, but they're smiling.
Yeah, she's just dropped her baby off her tick.
Yeah.
She's there with drink. Yeah, there's people falling
But
out windows.
I already take my whiskey and my porridge. I thought this was like a regular thing.
I thought you were going to say I already take my tit out for my baby, but that's fine.
That's fine.
But I think we should own it more. You know, like having like a grapefruit with like just drizzle with vodka. Like just own it.
Drizzle.
A little drizzle.
I
Martin.
believe Ireland should own Guinness to its entirety. The adverts where you have like a fucking black and white horse coming out to sea and the music's fucking like 90s fucking trance or some shit. Wow, fucking dramatic. Ooh, swirling Guinness, and then cut to someone having a 22-minute shit.
Well, I think
I want to see
Guinness.
Willing King.
That's it. Just
Guinness.
is that why it's called Guinness? That's the noise they make after the shit.
Goodness.
I think Guinness should own Ireland.
I think it's the noise
Fucking
your
does,
asshole
man.
makes. Shit in Guinness.
Guinness land.
Isn't Weetabix already a thing?
Pardon?
People like infuse breakfast with alcohol, doing like they do Weetabix, which is Weetabix with alcohol every day.
Weetabix.
Weetabix. That's a thing, I'm pretty
I
sure.
love it. Weetabix.
Weetabix.
That sounds like the number one food for divorced fathers.
Well, it's either that or Corona Flakes.
Topical.
Yeah, well, you were saying earlier about owning your kind of dysfunctional alcohol past,
Yeah.
but that's just Scotland's entire marketing strategy.
Yeah,
Have you,
that's our future.
have you seen now that they've actually just removed glasses from Glenlivet? No, I'm not even
No,
kidding.
that's just theft.
No, you don't even need. You
Oh,
don't
the
even need.
tabs.
You've got tabs. You've got like they've made Tide Pods for fucking alcoholics. That's literally what they've done. This is true. It's like seaweed coated little pods of alcohol. You just pop in your mouth, and it's a shot.
Well, you don't have to drink it.
You literally don't even need a cup. These come in little bags that you just pop in your mouth.
How the
and it
fuck
just-
What's the point?
It looks like a detergent tab.
Yeah, that's like
and
a
you just
Tide
like
pod.
you eat it, and it,
Oh,
the
like
second
a-
you suck it and it bursts, and the
and-
shot's
and
just
that's
in your
how the
mouth.
shot's in your
Like a
mouth.
dishwasher tab?
Yeah.
Really?
With
Yes.
whiskey in it.
A pish water.
water.
Pish water tab.
How are you supposed to glass someone who
No, the
maybe
violence
is
is
reflecting
separate.
your own fear of being a homosexual back at you? How are you supposed to do
You
that?
could fill a jar of them.
No, the
Jar of
Fill a jar of them.
vomit on them.
They've separated the violence now. That's a different issue.
That's it. We're moving into more MMA and more kind of just having little
MDMA.
MDMA. Yeah.
I just wanted Bailey's in my porridge.
Cool. So, Reverend, can you please let us know what your alcohol ad is for this month?
Well, full disclosure, I just looked at the list of questions you sent me on the train over. So, if I would, dude, what can I say about alcohol? It sells itself. But if I was going to pick one to sell, I would sell Buckfast tonic wine.
I good that Jamie Douglas explored that situation before. He was enjoyed it very, very much.
He is from the East End, I believe,
He
Jamie.
is indeed,
He
yes.
looks like a little rent boy for fucking lab chimps, but he's a good guy. He's a good man.
That's a great name for a beer. Can I have a bottle of Lab Chimps,
Oh
please?
God, no! Don't stop starting IPAs. You get this all the time. I'm just. Why did beer get wanky? I'm not happy about it.
Yeah, I'm disgusted by that. And also, sorry to interrupt, it's two horrible things together. It's fucking terrible, as you say, fucking wanky, complicated, pretentious beer, served to you by a fucking hipster. Oh my God.
That's the killer.
Oh my Lord.
It's all horrific.
Yeah, I would say Buckfast tonic wine because it is a tonic wine. If you consider your conscience to be a disease, that would be my advert, followed by two people from the East End trying to fuck each other.
Just to try and not even succeeding.
Not even succeeding. No one's consenting to this. Buckfast.
Yeah, Buckfast made up of fucking stab.
Fucking stab. Yeah.
Fucking
I mean,
stab.
it is, as far as I know, I'm not a scholar or a historian or even a man who Wikipedia's much. But I believe that Buckfast is made by Benedictine monks who have
Benedictine monks,
taken
yeah.
a vow of silence. And I believe if those guys could talk, they would say, we have to stop this. We really have to stop this. Why did we take this vow of silence? It's like the Twilight Zone. We're stuck here. Everyone's raping each other in Queen's Park, and we can't fucking stop it.
I think we found that advert. We really did.
Yeah, that's a catchy strapline.
we have to stop this. Buckfast.
We have to stop this.
Just stop.
Scotland loves a challenge.
Fantastic.
No, it doesn't. Oh, my Lord.
Let's move on, guys. So now we move on to round 3. This is the Alcofacts of history. This is when the panel picks up a particular fact and furnishes with it from some point of drinking's perspective. So, Iain Hume, can you give us your Alcofact of history, please?
Yes, I'm going to talk about hangover cures. Because, I don't know if... Do you get hangovers at all, Ian?
Yes, I have suffered from them occasionally.
And how do you address them?
I usually cry wank in the shower. I may cut that.
Oh,
Don't.
okay, that's my first
Cut
one
it.
away. It's, no, because I was looking at, like, you know, there are, you know, drinking the water before you go to sleep because you dehydrate during drinking. It makes you urinate more, so it makes you dehydrated. So, but I was looking at ancient ones that were you know, traditionally a lot of bollocks. And one of them that really intrigued me was from Genghis Khan and the Mongolians. He recommended that hangover cure is eating pickled sheep's eyeballs.
Yes.
I think after eating a pickled sheep's eyeball,
The hangover doesn't
is it
seem
less
bad.
of a problem, right? What the fuck did I just eat?
Now, old Genghis Khan has been around for, you know, a wee while, hasn't he?
He has been. He's actually, his DNA is 1% of the population.
Yeah, aye, exactly. So I reckon that's where the Canadian eyeball came from.
The Canadian eyeball.
It's Canadian eyeball.
Canadian highball.
Highball.
Canadian eyeball.
All right, okay.
Right,
How many
pickled-
people did Genghis Khan have to have sex with to make that? What's the number?
Lots of them.
Well,
Are we
if you think of
talking-
like the Mongol Empire,
Would it be great if it was just
Can
one?
you say that now?
that's
Mongol.
you know,
You say
Yeah,
Mongol
how many?
Empire?
It's definitely
Mongol.
1%.
Mongol?
No,
Mongols,
Mongol.
yeah. Mongols on the internet.
You've just shown me a picture of a black guy. Oh my Lord!
That's the
Wow! Wow.
Apparently, yeah,
That's Genghis Khan.
Mongols came in many forms.
Oh.
Yeah, Mongol is a word.
Well,
Mong,
Mongolia.
you can't
From-
keep saying it. It won't
Mongolia
get any
is a-
righter the more you say it.
Mongolia is a place people
Kim,
from
that's-
are called Mongols.
That's where Mongols come
No,
from. I thought it was a
Mongols.
condition.
No.
I've heard they're 1% of the population.
You,
But they have the strength of 20%.
the eyes have it. The eyes have it.
The pickled eyes have it.
The pickled eyes have it. This is. You know how you wish you'd picked number 3 instead of number 2. Shall I move on to the next one?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, another one that intrigued me was licking your own sweat. Prevents
That's
prevents
just the
hangovers.
saddest, loneliest thing I have ever heard.
It gets you drunk again.
Probably, yeah.
Does it-
But
sorry.
that was the Native American tribes believed that sweat swishing, licking your own sweat and swishing it around, not swallowing.
And they wonder why we killed them all. We invented fucking ships, brother. Ships and guns.
Did they
They
think
go over
it,
there licking each other's sweat. No, we're building a city.
did they
here.
think it was a prevention or a cure?
It was a cure for a hangover.
So cure. So after the night, you're like, I'm gonna lick myself.
Yeah.
Right,
No, you
okay.
wouldn't lick yourself
During
before
the
you-
party.
No.
Yeah,
Well,
okay, that's
sometimes that might be advisable.
The keys are in the fishbowl, Ian.
Yeah. Okay.
What kind of shit is a Native American drinking back then?
that he has to lick his own armpit in the
That's a
morning.
tiny hangover. They're having a lot of exercise. They're not drinking snake bite and drinking like
No, snake venom.
curdled yak's fucking milk or some shit. Fuck those guys.
Yeah, and the last one I'll share with you is rubbing a lemon under your armpits before you
I'm
go
gonna call
drinking.
dubious fact on that bullshit.
Before you go drinking.
It's fucking
No,
there,
I
boy.
don't doubt it. There isn't a blog somewhere on the internet that says
In Puerto
"Link to
Rico.
this." Was this Gwyneth Paltrow? It's like
It wouldn't be her armpit, it'd be like full blown her vagina.
Yeah, it would
Like
be a
shove
full
a
lemon.
whole kumquat up your ass and you'll feel fine.
You often wonder how she actually thought of that. You know, was she?
She asked one guy,
yeah, and he
"What
agreed.
should candles smell like?" Pussy.
Her husband.
I'll buy it.
Everything should smell like pussy.
I
Gwen.
reckon she asked her husband. You know, she's obviously had an itchy fanny one night and just had a wee houk at it. And
Do you
then
know that's something I genuinely believe we've got to the point where Gwyneth Paltrow's just trolling us.
She could be the greatest
Yeah, just
snake oil salesman
of
ever.
all time.
Of all
She's just
time.
going, I don't give a shit. I am a rich, powerful white person. I am just going to start selling stupid people shit because
Like
they
the
deserve
company, the company's called Goop, which will be the noise you'd make when you realize you've bought shit. A Goop. Like,
When you've just scented a candle with your
it.
vagina.
With
Yeah.
the vagina.
yeah,
you
when you
take
bring
it
it
out.
out, yeah, yeah, withdrawal method, don't they?
You've exorcised the demon from my elbow.
Goop.
You know? It's- Oh, that's a fucking possessed elbow. You can't see that.
People
Bad.
online. Yes, I know.
So that's my
That
3.
is, no, I like that. That was good alcohol facts of history and possibly a hate crime. So we'll move on.
Hate crimes.
Jay, can you give us your alcohol fact of history, please?
My alco facts centre around an idol of mine, which is probably Limerick, which is my hometown in Ireland. Limerick's greatest son, which is the mighty Richard Harris, who we all know as Gandalf, maybe. I'm not sure. But obviously Richard Harris, one of the Hellraisers, one of the greatest actors of the modern era. He was a master of the spezzatura, which was you putting so much effort into looking blasé that it made you look blasé. And that's just the most Irish thing I've ever heard of in my life. Trying so hard to not look busy that you don't look busy is a beautiful thing. The best fact I could find on Richard Harris was that very often in his rider, effectively, very often directors would put an extra week of production time in to factor in for his drinking, which is a beautiful fact. Can
See,
you
that's
imagine
a
your job doing that?
Yeah, that's a star.
It's
That's
like,
someone
it's
going,
like plus VAT of,
Yeah.
of drink.
The vat of alcohol. Seemingly, it was 2 bottles of vodka a day.
oh man, that's hardcore.
That's pretty good going. The best I looked
wait,
up.
whoa. Pretty good going. Health-wise or just blasé-wise?
I think fucking both. You know, like
just to sustain that habit.
he never felt sick.
No.
You know, if he was getting
His
too
asshole must have looked like Cthulhu.
Talk about Unforgiven, right?
He must have devoured some fucking sheep's eyeballs.
Fucking lemon-scented armpits on Richard Harris. The best stories I could find on Richard Harris was once he boarded a train because it was the only bar that was open. Ended up in Leeds from London, threw a brick through a woman's window and demanded she buy him a taxi, which is amazing. And also one time a police officer found him on the ground, and the police officer said, "What's wrong?" He said, "The world is spinning." And he said, "Why are you lying down?" He said, "I'm waiting for my house to arrive." So that's my pinnacle of the historical facts. We got to admire the acceptance of debauchery.
I don't know if you've ever done it, right? If you've ever done the Caledonia Sleeper back to Scotland.
No.
Yes.
Well, have you done it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well,
I've done it as a sex move.
It's not a sex move.
She was
It's actually
sleeping.
a train.
It doesn't work. I've tried.
But they have the same rules of hotels, meaning if you're up drinking, they're up serving.
Really?
This was a tremendous fucking fact to find out for a near alcoholic insomniac. It was a tremendous way back.
That's a trip I want to do.
Yeah, no, it's only you can buy a seat. I think the last time I bought a seat, not a cabin, they're pretty expensive, but a seat is £50. That's all it is to get a seat on the Caledonia Sleeper.
Is there someone beside you? Is it like a seat you can kind of lean about, or is it like?
You usually get like a 2-row.
Yeah.
But they're not. It's not really that busy, and
Sure.
it's tremendous though. Because I went down to London, done gigs, and then come back on the train. And like I said, they don't shut the bar. I was almost doing it like a dare. I was like, couldn't see the girl I was trying to buy a drink of, but I was like, you said you're serving, I'm still drinking.
I'm still buying.
Yeah. So. Amazing. That's a good. Thanks, Jay.
So did that woman buy him the taxi in the end?
Well, he did star in movies
married her.
after that, and he probably married her.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope she did, and that's how they fell in love.
So,
Beautiful.
the Reverend, can you furnish us with your alco fact of history, please?
No. I don't have one, Ian.
This is the shit
I have been searching hard for inspiration like Kaiser Soze around your room. But the lean has got to me and made everything else seem very, very unimportant. Furnish me with a fact from alcoholic history or some shit.
You would like another fact on hangovers. The ancient Romans, right, were pretty hardcore.
Good start, right?
Okay, yeah.
Not the new Romans.
Not the new Romans. You want to avoid these bamboos.
Sick motherfuckers.
Reputation, if you're
Yeah.
a new Roman. You're like,
Oh.
I've got a lot to live up to.
So, they used to fry up a canary
Right?
and eat that in the morning.
Is that homophobia? Is that what you're doing? Is that what that is?
Eating up a canary.
Okay, right.
The more you say it, the more
Yeah.
homophobic it sounds.
And the more homophobic I'm feeling, I'm honest with you. I didn't even understand that bit. You have been supping my lean when I have been putting my lean down.
That is not a euphemism, ladies and gentlemen.
It also sounds like the worst wrestling insult I've ever heard.
Here's
You've
an
been
alcoholic
drinking my
fact.
lean, brother.
This is true. Alcohol lowers your chance of getting diabetes.
Is that because you're dead?
That may be the fact. I'm not quite sure, but that literally.
Now, okay, we were talking about like regular alcohol, heavy alcohol.
No, I just mean like
just
it's usually
the
one glass a
occasional-
day.
Are we talking
or
about heavy diabetes, regular diabetes?
Am I keeping my left leg?
something. Like, hey, you can't have everything.
Or gluten-free diabetes.
I think we've shot this in the face.
Yeah, I think we've nailed it.
Yeah, and we're going to move on to the next round. So we'll move on to round 4. This is Drunken Lies, a Sober Truth. This is where Elliot, the pub landlord, reads us out a series of stories. One will be a drunken lie. The other will be the sober truth, and it's up to our panelists to decide which is which. So Elliot, can you please read us the stories?
Yes.
Lie.
What?
Lie.
Oh, God damn it. Every time.
Thought I knew.
Rev won.
I had a feeling.
Some divine intervention from the red there, no?
Right, your first story is Bad Pasta. In 2016, on the first series of the BBC documentary show Ambulance, it featured a man being carted into A&E after he had severely poisoned himself whilst drunk. It turns out the 22-year-old man had come home drunk from a party, attempted to make spaghetti, and in his drunken state had used his pet cat's poop scooper to drain the pasta. After ingesting remnants of cat's feces, he became violently sick, but was able to recover after 3 days of hospital treatment.
Next one.
Yes. Next one is the secret names for gin. So gin was introduced to Britain by soldiers in the early 18th century, and it very quickly became very, very popular. Gin wasn't initially taxed due to the use of fermented barley, and it soon became a cheap and favourite drink amongst the working class. However, in 1729, the parliamentary bill forced retailers to take out expensive licenses, so that good gin was suppressed, and production of inferior products known as parliamentary brandy were increased. This bill caused anger amongst admirers of gin, and so gin began to be sold secretly under secret names, including Lady's Delight, Cockhole's Comfort, King Theodore of Corsica, and Strip Me Naked, until the bill was repealed.
So, is it the Pooper Scooper Super Death, or is it Hogarth's Gin London? What are we going to do?
I believe it's the cat thing. Science fact. Eating cat shit gives you cat powers.
I've heard.
Cat powers.
I believe that's the case.
Well, the man does now sleep 48 hours a day, so maybe he did get cat powers.
Elliot, someone mistake a pasta strainer for their cat's pooper
I don't think he
scooper.
mistook it. I don't think that was the problem. I think he just decided that's what he was going to use.
That
it
was
as.
the best thing available.
I think it was
Okay.
more desperation. Couldn't find the strainer that you need to ingest the pasta now. It'll have to do.
We've all been there.
No.
Al dente.
I've once been out of desperation, chosen a badger over my own spouse. His work was in the room or the field.
I'm sorry, I'm having difficulty with the words badger and spouse. In the
He
same
was a
sentence.
contestant on a Fife blind date, and he fucked a badger.
He
instead of
fucking won.
And I will do it again.
Yeah, he won.
You gotta fuck a badger. You're the winner, baby.
The best
Ian-
answers.
I'm a drunk, get me out of here.
Is it the Pooper Scooper, or is it the gin laws?
My feeling.
You mean, I think it's the gin laws.
The gin laws.
Yeah.
So.
My feeling is the gin laws were too fact heavy, and the pooper scooper was funny enough to be true.
See, I'm liking the logic. So, but can we have Ian
Misdirection,
tell
possibly.
us why you think it's the gin laws?
Because I couldn't remember the first bit.
That's entirely subjective. That's entirely an accurate answer at the fourth round in this.
Yeah,
So
because
that's-
I'm on 6.2.
And exactly what he said last time he was on this podcast.
Yeah, well,
And that's the lowest percent you've been on tonight, in fairness.
Yes. Sorry, Reverend.
that was almost words. Well done. Thank you.
I was
Even the
leaning.
Rev-
That's
even
what was
the
happening there.
leaning.
I leant.
I can see why you've got so many disciples.
Even the Reverend's wind commands respect.
That's true.
So
Well,
Ian's going for the gin laws. Jay,
Yeah.
I'm going for gin laws because it's too fact heavy.
two fact
It's
heavy
lying.
gin laws, and the Reverend.
I have no idea why you would presume to think that I personally could remember both of those
Pooper Scooper.
stories.
It's the Pooper Scooper or the
Oh,
gin laws.
What?
It literally is 50-50. You can get to pick one.
Now we're doing math? Bro.
Is that a math or math?
Hallelujah.
What story he told, I believe, was untrue. Is that the game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
That could be around math or math.
I believe that the second story was bullshit.
The gin
For the
story
reasons
is-
that everyone else thinks. It seemed to be written.
Right. Elliot, can you furnish us what one was the drunken line, what one was the sober?
Don't
truth?
ever tell us. Leave. Let us leave now.
Yeah.
Can we finish right now?
Wandering the earth thinking like
Okay.
the end of Inception.
Okay.
We could add it in
Good night
post.
from me.
Good night from
No,
me.
no, I know that's not
Bye,
how
Rev.
it works.
Bye. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, Rev.
See you.
As we leave this reality, not knowing the truth, to our own reality. As we all know that this reality that we live in is no more than a hallucination that Robert Downey Jr. is having in 1992.
Well, it's definitely a parallel universe.
This is a really trippy version of the Waltons. Like, bye, Robert Downey Jr. Bye, the Rev.
Trippier than the Waltons, a family that love each other. Say good night.
I've just taken some Rev. Yeah.
CC's a ref. You
It's
may
beautiful.
later, depending on the
I'm not even
drink.
sure we want to finish the round, but we're going to have to. So, Elliot,
round is
can you-
over.
Can you just tell us what was the?
Oh!
No.
No,
Shit.
no, don't, no.
No.
No, don't, no.
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 I have to edit
No.
it.
I'm feeling very
No.
conflicted here.
All those in favour?
No,
Yay!
No.
What?
I don't know.
I have no favors to give. What?
That's not what I heard.
Right, well, I can reveal that my spouse did leave me.
He's telling us the truth. We
don't want
can't
it.
handle the
Spouse-
truth.
His spouse left him for a badger. That's what
She
he's trying to
did.
tell you.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Sandra. No, I can reveal that the pet pooper scooper pasta was bullshit. So the gin laws were correct.
Oh my lord.
Those were correct.
Yes.
Almost as if I've drunk 2 cans of Stella, 3 fucking glasses of lean, and I now don't know fucking if you're telling the truth or not. Wow, fuck it. All right, my mind is blown. Thanks, man.
So we move on to round 5, our final round. Is to finish the alcohol round. This is when I start a famous quote about drinking, and the players have to give us a hopefully funny answer. So, first question number 1. The only time I've ever enjoyed ironing was the day I...
Clubbed to death a fellow golfer for cheating.
the only day I ever enjoyed ironing was the day I...
Discovered you could put whiskey into the spritzer and put it into your mouth.
Oh, that's close. So, the only day I ever enjoyed ironing was the day I...
What is ironing?
So, it's the only day I ever enjoyed ironing was...
The day I became a nudist.
The only day I ever enjoyed ironing was the day I...
Threatened clients for a loan shark.
Oh, deep. The only day I ever enjoyed ironing was the day I actually got gin in the steam iron. That was Phyllis Taylor. So, move on to question 2. I'll stick with gin. Champagne is...
Not as good as real pain.
Ooh.
That's quite good. I like that.
Love it.
Champagne. That's like a little Wayne quote.
I'll stick with gin. Champagne is...
What the people who own my granddad drank.
Wow, okay. I'll stick with gin. Champagne is...
Not good when you need to kill a cunt. Dead.
I'll stick with gin. Champagne is...
French for Prosecco.
Political.
I'll stick with gin. Champagne is... Just ginger ale that knows someone. And that's Hawkeye Pierce from MASH. There are more old drunks than...
There are air fresheners.
There are more old drunks than...
Sensible, sober people.
No, dubious fact. There are more old drunks than...
Humans that have ever existed in creation.
Yes. There are more old drunks than...
There are Father's Day cards given to Boris Johnson.
Ooh, that's a lot.
There are more old drunks than... There are old doxers. That was Willie Nelson. Question 4. I used to jog, but...
I moved closer to my pub.
Okay. I used to jog, but...
It's easier to run someone over with a car.
I used to jog, but...
I kept bumping into old drunks.
I used to jog, but...
I have sadly died as a result of jogging.
Thank you, Jim Fix. I used to jog, but...
My memory forgets I did.
Oh, there we go. I used to jog, but the ice cubes kept falling out of my glass. That was Dave Reed Ross.
That's quite good. I like that.
Yeah. So
Have you read Crazy from the Heat?
I have.
It's
a very
great.
good book. Yeah, it is.
It's well.
So question number 5. I've got more out of alcohol than...
My divorce settlement.
The two are
Curiously,
combined.
That's how it happened, yes. I've got more out of alcohol than...
Princess Diane got out of life.
Oh, wow. Damn, that's...
Topical.
Yeah.
I've got more out of alcohol than...
I have insecurities.
Ah, yeah, good. I've got more out of alcohol than...
Can I interject to say that the way you have written this,
Yes, I understand.
I got more
No.
out of alcohol than a joke which I have not thought up.
I've got more out of alcohol than was taken out of me. That was Winston Churchill. So
Yeah.
question
Cunt.
6. There comes a time in every woman's life when...
She buys tickets for Elliot Simpson, a sexy and I know it. It's 14th of March at 5 p.m. in the Griffin.
I can see what's about to happen now. There comes a time in everyone's life when...
One old drunk is more than enough. Fucking old drunk's a theme.
There comes a time in everyone's life when...
She has to accept she's married a drunk.
Yes, there comes a time in every woman's life when...
She says, fuck it, and murders a tramp.
There comes a time in every woman's life when...
They must stand up against rapists by getting into it.
Oh, fuck! There comes a moment in every woman's life when...
The C word means crusty.
I don't think that was more shocking than the Rev's point.
Well, there
Rusty, no!
There is a C word that I don't like to use, which is consent.
There comes a time in every woman's life when... when the only thing that helps is a glass of champagne. That was Betty Davis.
She knew about consent.
Last call for alcohol.
In last place is the barred bastard, Reverend Obadiah Steppenwolf III, with 24 points. In second place is a tipple twat, is Iain Hume with 30. And finally, our winner for this week is the absolutely wonderful Drunken Dynasty, is Jay Lynch with 32.
Remember, this is just a bit of fun. Please always drink responsibly, and if you have any problems with alcohol, please go to the website drinkaware.co.uk. This podcast was sponsored by the Comedian Tattoo, and you can find out more about comedy events on the website goodtattoos.com/comedy.